Stop by to interact with the community and I every Friday night at 8 o'clock for live stream Fridays.
Welcome, trolls. Bruce sees all.
Hi everyone, my name is Bruce Swartz. First of all, a very big thank you for the live stream tonight, guys. I can't thank you enough. The live stream contributors, which is all of you who take the time to stop by and see the live stream. This is very exclusive UFO research that not many people, probably not anyone that I've seen doing this on YouTube, and not that I'm better than anyone else, but again, we have to stop staying stuck on these 60 to 70-year-old photos of the moon and experiment ourselves in observing the surface. What do you think of this one? Absolutely incredible. Along the Terminator line, this crater was on all the big channels. And the videos got millions of views and everyone was like, what the heck is in the center of this? And we could hardly see the videos. Now this one we could see it so clearly. And what, a shaft, a line, something in the center, symmetrical. I just want to go retouch and see it in a couple of different ways to give us an idea exactly what was seen in the cloud crater yesterday. Look, some type of straight path or pipe going into the surface. We talk about exhausting craters. You know, could these craters be launch pads? UFOs have been seen coming out of the center of the craters. I will show you a UFO going into a crater. This is pretty amazing research, and you are going to appreciate this video. And I am so happy to be able to present to you Sinus Iridum Bianchini city, and of course the bridge in the city, which I've initiated the JLW bridge, because it's a bridge that a certain channel, my competitors, I guess, because I guess we have to compete, right? There are no competitors in sharing truth, but there will always be, I guess, a sense of competition for some, and a sense that some just need recognition, where, you know, recognition has nothing to do with getting the truth out. So look what is in the center. Guess what? Colors coming out of the center of this crater. You'll see Bianchini crater like never seen before. The city. You're going to flip out, guys. So UFOs, dusts, smokes, or hazes on the surface. What are we seeing here? I've shown not only smokes on the surface and not only UFOs, but that these objects are actually underneath this cloud cover. I've showed it many a times. I'm so excited, guys. I enhanced so much footage. So many things I want to go back. That UFO that goes in and out of a crater. Some of you have not seen this, you know. These are clouds rolling across the surface of the moon. Different currents that are going in different directions. Now, what could this object be appearing underneath the cloud cover? It seems to be stationary, yet flashing. So why would someone need flashing points to land, right? Possibly. This is, I don't know, right? That's what's amazing about it. Have you ever seen anything so exceptional as this? This is a massive shadow, guys, off the surface, all right? So it's inevitable. You could see these objects going in and out of the craters, of the smoke and haze. Objects lighting up simultaneously under this cloud cover. And again, unless you slow it down and really take the time to view it, we're not going to see it. If this doesn't impress you, nothing ever will, because you can be sure as heck that this is all on the surface of the moon. Do you understand that by me finding this, guys, it wasn't supposed to be found out? They were expecting people to find out about the UFOs first on the moon. Then, maybe many years after, somebody would have said, whoa, wait a minute, are there actually structures up there? And then maybe even alien life forms. Because an unidentified flying object on the moon at times does not look like something that is being driven. But again, the technology on the surface of the moon is so different. And that's why I try to take myself out of the picket fence, the house, the parks, and the roads. It doesn't mean it's going to be exactly like here on Earth. You know, we have to remain open-minded. When you see this, 3 objects floating by on the surface, and I've posted it almost over 8 months ago, and you get not 1 million views, you wonder why. Why would this research not get out there? And here we are. Drum roll, please. Bianchini crater. I'm mesmerized by this surface, and this is right in the apple bite. Sinus Iridum. Bianchini top left. You want to know what the scale size is here, my friends? Look at Sinus Iridum. It's already small. Sinus Iridum is smaller than Bianchini crater that you see on top right here, usually. Bianchini's smaller than a dime, even with a good telescope. You could see what a skyrise looks like on the moon, guys. It's exactly this. Tunnelization, constructed, massive, very beehive-like surface. And you know what? It just makes sense when you see how everything's connected. And look carefully. Very proud of this photo, and I'm happy that there's no pixelation disturbing it whatsoever. A tiny, 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 maybe off blur, which is very minimal, because we are seeing right down to the smallest objects, which are as small as a 1/4 mile across. The closest I've ever shown this before, it's really there. These are real objects that are on the surface, and there could be even more objects on top of these objects when we zoom in. And that's the most beautiful part. How many people or beings do you think would be in just this area? It's scary when you think of it. You know that we're looking at a place with over maybe 50,000 people. Bottom right. Never showed this, guys, to you before. This is right in Bianchini crater. Did you see that? Let's see that again. Look on the bottom right. I'm going to get a circle up around the object coming up right here. All the objects. We're looking at constructed objects. It actually looks like it's almost on a massive cylindrical object. Right here, I'll get the circle up around it there. But now let's go see this up close. We are not seeing it very long. That's amazing. Now, guys, you wanted to get in close. We're going down to the surface. We're going right down to the surface, okay? And I want you to see this. I'm mesmerized when I see this, because even though we don't know what it is, it's a real surface object. You come tell me that NASA or the news would post this in the news and that no one would be everyone would be flipping out on the photo. Hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels would be posting it and analyzing these photos. But since I have no credibility, well, not really credibility, I'm starting to have some, but the fact that I don't have a degree, well, that's why. Look at the beauty. Bianchini crater is as big as a dime. Sinus Iridum is not even as big as I'm showing Bianchini crater. So you have the idea of the scale and size. The small lines on the ground are 1/2 mile wide. The small squares on the bottom right I showed you are also 1/4 mile to 1/2 mile wide. And this is virtually the surface. It makes total sense. Creatures, right? Who knows? It could be UFOs. They are UFOs. A UFO is something that's unidentified and that it's flying. And that's exactly what we're seeing on the surface, but there's something beside it, whether it be a shadow or whether it be a part of whatever we're seeing that we don't know what it is. But there are clouds. And the UFOs go in and out of the clouds. And they have a yellow color coming from the UFOs. I've shown that too. Literally, a color coming from this UFO. It's leaving objects coming out of it. It's encountering other objects. You can see here as 2 different UFOs and different sizes, different directions. They're under the haze. You can't fake that in the footage. I want you guys to understand that the UFOs are hiding under this surface haze. You know, whether it's a natural cloud or not, it still really is there on the surface of the moon. Stationary objects. Why? Why are they flashing? Why are they blinking? Triangular, and look top right. Hexagon, what? Or a pentagon? I mean, here's a triangle. I mean, it's all there. The proof. I mean, there's several objects that are constructed on the surface of the moon that don't make sense. And just the fact that NASA and other scientists and media have not mentioned that, I call BS. You know, if they're not talking about it, it's because it's something they're trying to hide. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What are we looking at? It's something we have no clue about. It could be a UFO. It could be something very alien. It could be both. It probably is both. And we're going to see one very soon go into a crater. I'm showing these pretty clear now. And I'm happy I was able to enhance these that I've showed. But I never showed them the same way. And obviously, hey, this is my research, guys. I want to get in close. And every single time I can get in a bit closer, I will show it to you guys. Look at this beauty, or these beauties, or the shadow that's beside it, whatever. It's going inside of a hole in the moon. I mean, we have to really like think seriously about what we're looking at. At the end of Plato crater, this object even has a shadow that we could see on the surface, and that boggles my mind. What does it mean, do you think? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the UFO is very close to the surface. So these UFOs were not supposed to be discovered, whatever they are. Okay, we're seeing bigger UFOs. Here's another small one, but close up. Look at it change form, shape, you know, like this cloud around it. We're going to see, I'm going to show you the UFOs that most people catch. But first, check this out. A UFO leaving the side of a crater wall. So I think I found out where our blue UFOs are coming from. Those blue lights beside the moon. So see, this is why I'm doing the research. Very interesting. Heard it for years, the blue lights around the moon. Well, could be these, you know. These UFOs are leaving the surface. This is leaving a crater's edge, a blue UFO. And I'll pause it here and we'll go look. Well, actually, let's get in a little closer. Can never get in close enough. We'll get into the pixelates. Who cares? We could maybe see other details. Understanding the the video footage is all you need. When you know that you're close up or that I'm too close and there's a bit of pixelation, screw the pixelation. Just look what's underneath it. Some of these things are hard to prove, and you need to do certain things with the video footage to be able to show it to others. And just some people are not understanding that. This is a blue UFO leaving the crater's edge. So it was white, even when it came out of the white area. So do you understand that there's probably thousands of UFOs parked with the same color right on the surface? Here's that UFO I wanted to show you that I believe it could be not at all on the moon. Maybe just in lunar orbit. Probably maybe not even. Why do we see these 30 times bigger than the UFOs on the surface? They could be bigger, or they could be just closer between Earth and the moon. And when these UFOs pass by the moon, they can be caught easily because they contrast, you know, the light of the craft with the illuminated surface, and we can see them going by. Archimedes crater, so much to show you guys. Archimedes crater, and I'm really happy that able to clarify these. I've showed this before, and this is showing some of my favorite findings for those who have not seen this, because I'm gathering so many videos now. Sometimes it's hard to see it all in one place. So that's why I'm readjusting these videos and making better videos with better explanation, clearer footage. So you're seeing a UFO, smokes, dusts, hazes, also a lot of colors on the surface, and this is Archimedes crater. So isn't that incredible being able to see it? Check it out. Why am I showing you this? Do you see that UFO is under a cloud cover? Watch it again. You'll see it open up in the clearing at one point. You'll see its shape. Inger Lee Strom, Russ Baker, Bob Down. Thanks a lot, guys, for the generous contributions, for being an amazing part of this community, and thanks for staying in touch.